Thank you, Comey, because I did notice that.
When the sun fades out of sight, constellations come to life. The serotonin keeps us floating. We contemplate our lives. Though the numbers safe and sound, my hypotheses abound. I've got a theory, you're there with me, transcending data found. Take a picture, don't forget her, let it linger in your view. The formula for finding magic, 1+1, just me and you. Falling for a simple dream, a theorem of a fantasy. I live fully. If patterns prove us right, more than particles and light.
I didn't notice the silence at the beginning of the stream. My bad, guys.
Science for compliance, it keeps me up at night. Take a picture, don't forget her, let it linger in your view. The formula for finding magic, 1+1, just me and you. Falling for a simple dream, the theorem of a fantasy. I live fully. Life is a gift to me. I'm
What's up, guys?
here for you. Like a smile at a party, I swoon. Measure time, I
I will be honest with you, I was close to just going back to sleep.
take a picture, don't
I was really
forget
close.
her. Let it linger in your view.
How you guys doing today?
Formula for finding magic, 1+1, just me and you. Take a picture,
All right, so I'm not gonna waste too much time because I don't have as much time today to do a super long one, because tonight are some game releases and I need to be live for those game releases on the other channel. So I'm thinking we cut this at like 8:30. It's currently 7. But what's going on, guys? That way we don't have too many people missing. I'm thinking I'm just gonna make these on the weekend because I didn't factor in all the game releases that were coming. So yeah, it's probably best to do these on the weekend so we don't conflict with what I need to do. Damn, I forgot to do that yesterday. Alrighty. Let's get back to business. Where are you at? Oh, this really won't take that long, will it? All right. Let's continue. We were on 2 after. And if I'm hoping I can at least make it to 4 before the end of the stream. But we'll see how long these actually take. Okay. I think this is where we were. Cecilia was looking for her mom. Ezel is trying to help her, but doesn't realize that her mom is passed, or that the body that he saw at the very beginning was her mom. She doesn't really understand that her mom is passed, so he is trying to help her find her mom, while every other party is trying to look for her, knowing that her mom is passed. Now, we don't quite understand why her halo's doing what it's doing, but trying to make sure I remember how to say her name right. Montisma? I don't remember. I have to see it again. She is thinking that she's probably fallen, but doesn't know how she's fallen because the commandments, it's impossible for her to break any commandments at such a young age. So that is what I recall us being at. All right, we're almost there, Cecilia. Do you know these streets? I've seen these houses before, but there are a lot of the same houses. Did you just move here recently? Move? I don't remember moving. Huh? Sorry, Mr. Ezel. Mama always took me outside at night. The roads look different in the dark. But I like to sneak peeks out of the window, see what it's like outside. So I think I can do it. I'll try. It's okay, Cecilia. We'll find it. We haven't reached the place I met you yet. Okay, there's the woman that lived in her area. Sorry, I was looking at the houses. I didn't see you. Aren't you that girl who fainted, went to the hospital this morning? Are you all right now? Oh, it's you. She's fine. Did anyone come looking for her? I stayed on watch until noon, but nobody showed up. It's strange. What are her parents up to? Cecilia says she lives right around here. You're sure you've never seen her? Thank you, Kami. I appreciate you. I definitely remember seeing such an adorable little girl. I suppose I don't need to stand around here worrying my head off anymore. Actually, going to talk to the neighborhood hall isn't the worst idea. If her family's just moved here, then they'll be sure to have her records. Oh, lucky. That's Paula right there. Senora Paula over here. What's the matter? I'm running back to the hall right now, so let's walk and talk. Have we had any new households move in recently? Of course we have, but how recently are you talking? Do you remember roughly when you moved in, little miss? Didn't just move, been living here a really long time. Huh? Little lady, can I have your name? I'm Cecilia. That doesn't make sense. I've been working here for over a decade. If you moved in a long time ago. Cecilia, do you know your mom and papa's names? Mama's name is Fior. Oh. That's where it clicks for him, because now he knows it's the woman that died this morning. What? Fioria? The one on Via Thervadius? Thervadius? Doesn't Fiora live alone? Where'd she get a child as big as you? But looking at you, you do bear a strong resemblance. That's odd. Legitimate? Really? Cecilia, when you said you've been living here long, you mean your mama? Yes. Are you looking for your mama? Yes. I want to find mama. Well then, senior, you must be Fiora's relative, or like, have you been fostering this girl out of the country? You brought her to see her mother? Never saw this coming. No wonder she'd always avoid introductions. Such a grown child all this time. Excuse me, senior. Are you alright? We just about made it. Oh man, it's hitting him a little bit. We just about made it while we were walking. Vera's house is right there. Should I knock on the door for you? 7265. Via Thervadius. Huh? Oh, you know the address then? Yes, I do. Mr. Izell, what's wrong? That look on your face. I'm fine, Cecilia. Let's get you home for now. Come on, let's go. The name. Ever since finding Cecilia, the surprises come so fast. It slipped my mind to even ask her what her mom's name. The name. An ill mother, white clothes executor, people in gowns. How do I tell Cecilia? Yeah, he gets it. Where do I take her to find Mama now? You're Libri. Why are you out to abduct the Sancta girl? You're Libri. Why are you protecting a Sancta girl? I'm protecting the commandments of Laterano. Commandments? When have the Sancta commandments ever actually applied to Libri? Fia, do you seriously believe Lateran Libri are a part of Laterano? What makes us not? I was born here. I grew up here. Listen, do you know what you're even saying, Padia? Of course I know. You're the one who hasn't got it straight. Libri living in Laterano all take the Lateran commandments as guiding principles. We believe in the Lateran teachings. We see Sancta as living miracles. Firearms, commandments, halos, empathy. Suppose they're all Sancta miracles, sure. But do they have a single thing to do with Lateran Libri? Why do Libri have to believe in a miracle that will never, ever come to us? All of Laterano, all of the Lateran Church, belongs to nobody except the Sancta. Do you still not understand, Fia? Do you seriously believe you've become a part of them? Too easy. Looks like you're not so staunch after all. Fia, think it over carefully. I'm begging you. I told you before I come from Liberia. I come from Liberia. Jesus, I'm so used to saying the other word. Liberia. Do you know what it is like? What it is like there? I can tell you, a lot of Liberians are even more devout than Laterans. Oh my God, I hate these words. Iberia? Oh, it's Iberia. You don't pronounce the L. Iberia. Okay. That's an I? Oh. I thought it was an L. But what did they get for it? The people of Iberia have their fantasies of Laterano thousands of miles away. That I can understand. But why are the Lateran Liberae right there within reach and still so delighted to give their lives for this bunch of Sancta, partying about in their own closed-off golden age forever? I just never thought about it. I just never thought about it. I see all these L's here. Yeah. In their golden age forever. Why, Fia? Tell me. You get out of the way. I'm wasting my breath, aren't I? You have your views, Padia, and I have mine. Then tell me, explain it. Why would you rather chase something you know you'll never reach? Why aren't you willing to even give one look behind? I don't know what you're talking about. Besides, is a smattering of words from me really going to change your mind? If someone's views are so easy to change, they can't be really worth much to begin with. Damn. Get out of the way. I know you're only here to stall me, but you know you can't hold me. We both have work to do. Your companions are practically no different from any civilian. Do you want them paying the price for you? You don't, Patia. So get out of the way and save us both the effort. We're home, Cecilia. I don't have the key. I can't get in, Mr. Izell. Can you? Are you really okay? Do you feel bad? You've been looking down for a while. I'm fine. Let me get the door open. Why did the lady just now say you actually knew our address? Cecilia, do you recognize this firearm? This is Mama's guardian gun. Mr. Izell, why do you have Mama's gun? I'm sorry, Cecilia. Sorry for what? I don't really understand. You know where Mama is, don't you? Yes, I do. I'm sorry, Cecilia. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing either. I'm sorry. Cecilia, your mother passed away. She's not here anymore. If she's not here, where is she then? What does passed away mean? You have to teach a kid the meaning of death? You have to teach a kid the meaning of death. I remember this morning, Mama said she was going somewhere and she couldn't take me with her. Did you go there with her, Mr. Izell? Can you take me there too? Just once, just for a little bit? I won't be selfish and I'll listen to Mama. And I won't stay there and say I won't leave, so. Can you let me see Mama one more time? I haven't said goodbye to her yet. Huh? What's happening? Why is she crying, Izell? Just what did you do to a poor little girl? Who are you? Hold on, that uniform. You're Legatus. Very sharp eyes, Senior Izell. By order of His Holiness, the Pope, I'm here to take Cecilia to the Basilica. Whoops, forgot to introduce myself. My name is Argiolus? Argiolus? If you want to check my identity, no harm in using your regulation terminal from the hall there. Oh no, forgot that too. You turned it off, didn't you? How'd you find this place then? Senior Izell, you underestimated Legatus. You thought your movements would be hard to track, or did you think you were so thorough you left zero trace along the way? Your Excellency, if you're going to take Cecilia away, can I at least ask you a few questions first? You're funny, Senior. You think I have to answer what you ask? But I'm not such a cruel man, so shoot. Just who is Cecilia? Was she born a fallen angel? Colorful imagination, Izell. It's not as mysterious as you think. Cecilia's mixed blood, that's all. What? That's not possible. A sancta as a mixed blood child can't be a sancta. There are very few cases of sancta mixed blood with other races, but it's not rare enough to alarm the Lateran Curia. You know the reason perfectly well then. Offspring of sancta and other races don't become sancta. A sancta and feline's child turns out feline. A sancta and forte's child turns out forte. Mixed sancta offspring don't get their halo and wings of light when they say their first word. And they can't empathetically sense other sancta. To put it simply, they won't have any of the sancta's distinguishing features, without exception. That's the generally accepted wisdom anyway. Cecilia is an exception. She's a sancta who shouldn't have turned out as one. My question is, should Cecilia be taken to the Basilica? How the Lateran Curia will treat her? I don't know. Don't give me that look, Iselle. If I was going to lie to you, I'd feed you a much kinder one. No problem. But the reality is what you see. Cecilia is an exception. I couldn't tell you how the Pope is going to handle this, but this Holy Father of ours, I don't know what impression you have of him, but, well, at least, as I'm given to understand, he's not known to use extreme methods. And look at how cute Cecilia is. How hard-hearted someone would have to be to harm her, right? Third question. I can't entirely trust your answers. I wish to accompany Cecilia to the Basilica. Is that a question? Sorry. Ant was crawling on my screen. Sorry, that's the one question you'll have to forgive my answer on. Oren, what are you doing here? Fia also joins. Okay. What's up, Jackal? Oh, Fia. Seems like you're in a bit of a mess. None of your business. No need to get worked up. Care to sit down for a cup of tea? Enough of your jokes. Why are you here? Mastema never mentioned you were our support. Well, Velev didn't give me an official order either. And personally, I'm more than willing to help, yeah? Mastema says there will be another group after the little girl. You've already run into them, is that right? More or less. After I heard from the notarial hall that Iselle cut his signal, I figured you might get intercepted. If you were to get cut out by the enemy, we'd end up losing the girl, no? I don't know why Mastema isn't here to help you, but if she's pinned down, I figured I'd be doing her a favor. After all, it's not every day I get the opportunity to have the two of you in my debt. A few hopeless stragglers can't stop me. A cautious crew. A cautious crew sails for 10,000 years, Fia. Valev's going to have a hold on you, over you at this rate. Oh, that's a Yanese proverb. In other words, safety is born of caution. Stop trying to show off, Oren. You're so annoying when you talk like that. I'm not kidding. I at least got to express my goodwill. The rest is up to you. Or do you perhaps need me to escort you, my sweet Fia? No need. Goodbye, Oren. Executor Iselle, hand over the girl. It is in your best interest to comply. Your name is Fia, right? Senora Fia, I have a request. Let's hear it then. No sudden movements. There's no telling how I might react. I know it's suspicious of me to go against Rochelle's orders and turn off my terminal, but believe me, I haven't betrayed Laterano. The reason I didn't follow the Hall's exact orders was because I didn't want anything to happen to Cecilia, and I made a promise to her. And how is that my problem? Please, just let me accompany you to the Basilica with Cecilia. If the Lateran Curia wants an explanation for this situation, wouldn't it be more convenient to have me around? You're getting ahead of yourself. If you think you'll be able to influence how Kyria will handle this situation, you'll want to disabuse yourself of that. Do they just end a child's life if they're an exception? Has this happened before? And what do they mean by they can't be a sancta? She's clearly a sancta. Do they not allow them to be kids to become sancta if they're going one step further? If you're thinking you could take the girl away, if you're thinking if you're thinking you could take the girl away if you don't like what the Lateran Curia plans to do with her, not gonna happen. Not in your wildest dreams. I wouldn't dare. I'm well aware of the Basilica's gun knights. I am a Lateran executor, after all. I was concerned before because I didn't know what was happening with Cecilia or exactly who was after her. Now that I understand, I'll comply with your arrangements. All right. Yeah, I know. They explain that, but they're also making it seem as if this may have happened before. She's an exception. So if an exception exists, are we going to off her? Why are we doing this? Is there a reason for it? Like, that's mainly what I'm trying to figure out. If it's happened before, and they don't exist, then that means they've offed them in the past. Otherwise, this wouldn't be such a rare situation. So that is the question I'm asking. I'm confused because there's still so much I don't know. Your name is Cecilia. Can you walk? Iselle. Cecilia, I can carry you if you're too tired. I'll carry her. You're too slow. Whispers. Mr. Iselle, don't worry. Everything will be okay. I mostly meant genetically. It literally cannot to them, which is the belief. Yeah, they explained that already. That's what I'm saying. I understand that aspect of it. That's why I have so many questions. Don't worry, everything will be okay. Executor Iselle Pastore. Okay. Iselle Pastore. Well, be confused a little harder, nerd. Shut up. Went to 7265 via Thervadius in Pagus Stavonis this morning to verify an identity, record a will, and retrieve a patron firearm. Around noon, Iselle appeared in Stavonis Central Hospital, taking in an 8-year-old Sancta girl and departing in an unusual manner. The resident of 7265 via Thervadius, Pagus Stavonis, Viora Laporta, died of an illness this morning, and the body was moved to the ER. Only one individual is registered to 7265 via Thervadius, and the Census Pagus also records only one individual residing there. An investigation of 20 years of maintenance records at 7265 via Thervadius revealed that a basement had been added 7 years ago. Oh, with contractor documents indicating that the space would be for storage. This is a file photo of Fiora and surveillance footage of the girl that Iselle took to the hospital. You must have already reached a conclusion about where the girl came from. Yeah, she had the girl and stored her in the storage area, right? Additionally, according to the report submitted by Iselle this morning, Fiora did not leave a will or an advance directive. The reason is quite clear. She hoped to avoid contact with the Notorial Hall. That is exactly what it is. It is reasonable to infer that Fiora knew her time was short and sought to secure a future for her daughter. It is currently impossible to determine whether Izel is an object of Fiora's entrustment. But based on Izel's background, the probability is low. Combined with the information sent back from Fia, the more likely trustee should be Estray. Mastema, is this the reason you stayed behind in the Basilica? Just temporary. Don't be so uptight, Vel. Cream Puff. Calls Mastema? Cream Puff? Oh, that's what was supposed to be showing earlier when it had just the gray. Okay. Luckily, we went for a more conservative option. It would have been awkward if Fia walked in of me getting rid of the Notorial Hall's men. Enough of your excuses. I'd avoid saying too much to that executor if I were you. Cecilia's already on the guide's side. That's just one executor, Patia. Things haven't gotten so out of hand that I needed to personally get involved. Plus, I think the executor's concerns are simple enough. He found the pity within him to cause his heart to waver, and couldn't bear to see a sweet little girl suffer. Now that we understand him, it's only a matter of time until he comes over. No violence necessary. If only Fia hadn't shown up so soon. That is to say that it's your fault for not stopping Fia, Patia. Just kidding. But I do take pity on that one's luck. What was a little old thing? Oh my god. What was a little old thing is... What the heck is this wording? Now very complicated. Oh, there's no comma or anything. What was a little old thing is now a very complicated situation. That's pretty much what they mean. The small situation is now complicated. That's what happens when you get ahead of yourself. Is this too a trial given to us by the great and mighty Lateran? Are you a believer again? A true believer wouldn't say something like that. Those sorts who treat hardships as trials, they turn it all into a blessing from fate. There are quite a lot of believers like that around the two of you, aren't there? I take them over self-serving sancta like you any day. So what's the plan now? Once Cecilia gets to the Basilica, is she going to come out again? Do we have some way to take her? One step at a time, Patia. If we're talking about not wanting Cecilia to step foot in the Basilica, I'm even less inclined than you. But we haven't played all our cards, have we? Go tell Fia, but not too close. Not too closely. What about you? I've got plenty on my plate. Just found out that someone's looking for me too. Popularity isn't all it's made out to be, you know. Don't go inviting trouble for me. This is quite a situation. This is quite a situation. And I just feel like everything in between is just filler. I just want to know what happens. All right. Looks like the next clue of the chain is clear. What? Strength. You're dealing with well-connected legatus. You'll look pretty bad if you make something out of nothing. He is involved in this incident. We have to look into this precisely because he's involved, right? Sometimes I envy the way you see things. But what if he doesn't know anything? I need to investigate to be clear. That's true. In any case, the fact that a legatus is involved at all warrants looking into. What I didn't expect is that Fiora, a legendary and reclusive sancta, would provide us with so many leads. An undocumented girl, a legatus, and a sancta. You're leaving, not even going to say goodbye? Well, alright then. Now that you're gone, don't blame me, Orin. I can't stop Federico. I'll put in a report for you. That's about all I can do. He's helping Orin? A child that shouldn't exist somehow does, and everyone wants to get her first. Yeah. This just doesn't... This looks bad. Like, I don't know whose side is the right side either. That's the part that's the most confusing. She's asleep. She's exhausted. You mentioned that you made her a promise. What was it? That I help her find her mother. Her mother? Wait, didn't Mostima say in the message that her mother is, yes, dead? Saw the body with my own eyes in the back of the Ecclesia. Oh, ER. Hearse. Then why'd you promise her that? I didn't know at the time. And then, did you tell her? I did, but at her age, I'm not sure she understands the concept of passing on or death. Must have been tough for you. And don't look so upset. I don't think the Pope will treat the girl too harshly. Her name is Cecilia. Signora Fia. Just Fia is fine. Yeah. Miss Fia. I was thinking after Cecilia goes to the Basilica, will she ever come out again? I can't promise you anything. The way I see things, all else aside, she has a halo. That makes her a sancta. And when dealing with a sancta, all must obey the commandments, be it the Lateran Curia or the Notarial Hall. At least that's what I believe. Even if she's undocumented. Is that really the main issue? Who knows? Might be possible to get registered retroactively. But there's something wrong with Cecilia's halo. I'm not entirely sure how serious this whole mixed blood sancta issue gets, but at least the legatus implied that Cecilia would be fine. A lot of foreign envoys have been gathering in Laterano lately, right? His Holiness has been preparing a major summit. I can't help but worry that Cecilia will be the target for someone trying to stir up trouble. Sounds like you really thought this one through. Coming from the other angle, what would the Lateran Curia do to prevent that from happening? Miss Fia, I don't know if I even should be thinking about these things, but I can't just not think. You'll have to pardon me for being blunt. But what's the point of worrying about all this? Is there any part of it that you can actually control? If you know that Cecilia is in danger, you should also understand that for Cecilia, the Basilica is the safest place. You're right. Sorry, I fell asleep. Did we wake you? No, Zell, is that your stomach growling? Want me to buy you a donut, Cecilia? Donut? Okay, thank you, Mr. Zell. Don't worry, I'll go for it. I need a break. My arms are sore from carrying her around. There's no way I can handle her long term, alright? But don't do anything stupid, Izelle. I got my eye on you. You still don't trust me. Oh, and turn on your terminal. You're not allowed to have it off. Yeah, I know. Mr. Izelle, that lady was so mean to you before. I'm scared. Don't worry, Cecilia. She's not a bad person. Mr. Izelle, can I go see Mama? Can't I go see Mama? Can't I even say goodbye to her? Well, we need to take you somewhere else first so that you can be safe. As for your mama, I'll tell you about her later. Let me think about it first. Is that okay, Cecilia? Yeah, she doesn't get it. Do you hear that? Hear what? Someone is singing. Let's see. Oh, you're right. It seems to be coming from that cotton candy cart. But I'm surprised you could hear it with all the noise on the street. You have really good hearing, Cecilia. It's because I recognize that song. Mama taught it to me. I can't go off on my own, right? It's okay. We can't go over there, but I can get the cotton candy cart to come over here. Excuse me. Is someone calling us? You really like that song, don't you? Here, there's someone. There really is someone hailing us. I've never heard someone say it like that. Let's head over there. If we can't get any info, let's at least make some money. Alrighty. Hello. Oh, hello, little girl. Would you like some cotton candy? Yes. We'll get 2, or actually 3 sticks. This flavor here, this one here, and then the swirl. Is that alright? No problem. 3 sticks coming right up. Excuse me, what's the name of the song you were singing earlier? Mama taught me the same song, but never told me what it's called. Your mama taught you this song? Excuse me, the cotton candy. The cotton candy is coming out. Oh, I'm very sorry. Yeah, that just gave them a warning of something. Just give me a moment. Hold on. The compartment's about to overflow. Let me help you. Sorry. Your hat's caught. Horns. She's a fallen. Wait, don't get the wrong idea. She's Cabernet. Miss, your horns look just like Papa's. He's a Cabernet? Are you also a Sarkis? Put it back on. No, I'm... Little Missy, you've got it all wrong. Okay. She just gave away that she's mixed blood. That easily. You see the halo, and then you say Papa has the same horns. You just gave away that you were mixed blood that easily. Oh, the innocence of a child. My God. Asarka's infiltrating Laterano? Are you also after Cecilia? What happened, Giselle? Miss Fia, this particular individual is Asarka's. But there's another sentence that I dare not say. Guess we have no choice now that it's come to this. You got guts, I'll give you that. Oh my God. Don't forget that Sarkas are completely banned from Laterano and are hunted on sight by the Sancta for sport. And they're in the middle of the city. You're trying to run. Not on my watch. I'll cover you. Run. Interesting. A Piro blocking an attack for Asarkas. Neither of you is getting away. Giselle, you stay put. Don't even think about. No funny business. I know. The terminal is on, Miss Fia. Trust me, all I care about is ensuring Cecilia's safety. Change of plans. You can't stay here. Take Cecilia to the Basilica now. It is more dangerous for us to stay in the open like this. Let's go, Cecilia. When we going to the big statue, this is the wrong way. We're taking a little detour. What's a detour? It means we're going somewhere else right now. The ER. Asarkas, I plan to ask Miss Fia for a favor after we reach the Basilica. to have a high-ranking executor look after her, or the Pontifica cohorts to protect her, and confirm that Cecilia poses no threat to Laterano. Oh, that's that. Oh, wait. The information you just gave me just made this even more complicated. Because if a Sarkis is banned on site and she's mixed blood with a Sarkis, that makes it even worse. She's Sarkis and she's showing traits. Oh my god. She's showing traits of being a Sancta, and she's a Sarkis too. Sancta cut off the horns of Sarkis and keep them as trophies, and Sarkis kill Sancta and keep their guns as trophies. They have an extremely violent dynamic, and yet somehow a Sancta woman and a Sarkis man were probably hunting each other and found some other reason to stay together. What's up, Frosty? Good luck on your internship, by the way. To let Cecilia see her mother Fiora one more time before she's interred. So she's going to show her what he means by passed away. But a Sarkis? If Cecilia's father is a Sarkis, then she should also be a Sarkis. And yet she has a halo. Oh wait, that's why it's broken. They've broken a commandment. Oh my god, she was born a sin. Oh my god. Not necessarily, at least at this point. Okay. And yes, she has a halo. I might be dreaming. If Cecilia was nothing more than another exception. But she is a Sarkis. How could a Sarkis with a halo be allowed to leave the Basilica? Even if the worst doesn't befall her? How would she ever be allowed to leave? Even if this gets me expelled from the notarial hall, I have to try. I must bring Cecilia to the ER. And at least let her say goodbye. Oh my god. You can't run. She's gaining on us. What do we do? What do we do? We can't shake her. We already know the range of that gun. She's a ranged unit. That thing is nasty. You're not getting away from her. It's all my fault. That Liberty is not gonna let us get away. Run, I'll hold her off. But hurry. Stand back. And Andoin? You're not getting away again. Show yourself right now. What? What? I truly cannot understand why His Holiness would adopt such a hands-off attitude towards the Astray. Can you tell me, Mastima, since the two of you are well acquainted? Not going to talk about that with you. That's awfully petty of you. I managed to keep him from killing me, only for you to nearly do me in. Hard to forget something like that. And that's the reason you always wear a hat in front of me. Doesn't it get uncomfortable? I've been a legata. I've been a legata for this long already. It's just a hat. And as for you, you should probably let sleeping beasts lie. Do you resent me, Mastima? Laterano has always needed the Lateran Curia to keep things going. And that's always rubbed some people the wrong way, so I don't really care. I think we have a little misunderstanding. That few fallen angels remain in the church has nothing to do with the church itself, but rather the sanctity nature of those fallen angels. My attitude may be a bit peculiar, but do you not deem yourself an aberration? Considering the way you're talking to me, aren't you afraid I'll become one of those regular fallen angels? If that was a possibility, I wouldn't be talking to you that way in the first place. Fine, let's talk business first. When's Fia getting transferred? Nothing good's gonna come from her sticking to me. Shouldn't you be asking her instead? Brought it up before, no good. And you think I'd have a better shot? Looks to me like the convenient part of power is you get to ignore what other people want. There's a price to be paid for that, so let's hear it. Why do you want Fia transferred? She said she was my escort. Are you guys not curious as to what needs escorting? Of course. There are some who think she's a warden or jailer to a fallen angel like me. And they don't know the first thing about Fia. I'm just a bait she's using to get at Andorian. I'm sure she'd be terribly hurt if she heard you say that. Alright, I'll try saying it another way. The bait is the lock and key I'm carrying on my back. And what's wrong with letting Fia do as she pleases? If she can get rid of an Andorian, I don't know how to say that. Or even capture him and bring him back to the Basilica, I'll be very pleased. Or are you saying that even the two of you together can't catch Andoin? It's okay, I hate this name too. Anduin. So the A is silent. Anduin. Okay. Not necessarily. As long as Anduin is still fixated on the lock and key, he can't escape. But let me think. What if Anduin has already found another path? What really sucks is I've moved on. Nemuin has moved on. Maybe even Anduin has moved on. But Fia is still trapped in that rainy night 8 years ago. There's no way I could bring that up with Fia. And it's times like these where I start to miss that good old empathy. Oh wait, Fia is a liberate anyway. Wouldn't do me any good. This conversation sure brings me back. Missed the Anduin introduction? Kinda. He just kinda showed up, but it didn't show him or anything just yet. So you kinda didn't really miss anything yet. What are you here to share the wisdom of? What? Are you here to share the wisdom of one who has walked that path? If you allow me to exercise my authority as an elder, by all means. Do you remember what you said to me 8 years ago? I don't want to ruin the moment we're having, but sorry, Your Holiness, I can't say that I do. No, I still have things to do and people to protect. Philip's impression of me is making my skin crawl. You weren't willing to let me choose for you. So why now do you need to choose for Fia? Each must find her own path. She must find it and then traverse it. Vel, this is my same answer to you. We're almost there, Cecilia. I'm sorry I'm so slow, Mr. Ezel. The sun's about to go behind the mountain. You're doing a great job. Even though we can't use public transit, we're almost off the plate. If I was as strong as Miss Fia, you wouldn't have to work so hard. It's okay. Actually, Mama took me out once. We went somewhere far, far away from home, just like here. But won't Miss Fia find out that we sneaked out here? She's only looking for my terminal signal. then hopefully that'll buy me a little bit of time. The important thing is that we're here. Is this where Mama went? Cecilia, I've been thinking about how to explain this to you for a long time. Fiora, your mama, is here, but she's also not. We have no way of letting you see your mama again, but at least you'll be able to say goodbye to her here. Mr. Ezel, I don't think I get what you're saying. If she's here but also not, does that mean she went somewhere else? Where did she go? Let's head in first. That's crazy having to teach a child about death. Before my father passed away, he always hoped there would be nothing but smiles at his funeral, that we'd see no tears, but if I may, I believe what your esteemed father truly wished for you not to fall into grief after his passing. Whether through tears or laughter. If that is your way of sending him off, then I'm sure he'll gladly accept your sentiments. Thank you, Senora Prioris. Allow me to accompany you around the flower fields outside. Mr. Ezel, that lady also said that her father passed away. Yes, people who pass away all come here. People who are alive come send them off. And after that, they carry on the wishes of that person who passed away and continue on with life. Then what about the people who passed away? What do they do? Maybe they're watching us from high up in the sky. So we won't be able to see them again because they went into the sky? Cecilia, this is for you. This is Mama's guardian gun. Yes, my Mama and Papa were both executors for Notarial Hall. I didn't see them much when I was little. And it was my This is like a grandma or something? What the fuck is this word? It was my nono. Okay, yeah, grandma, who raised me. Grandma really loved, it says his. Grandpa really loved his gun. And he'd tell me stories about his younger days every time he polished it. He told me about the battles he fought, his friends, and how he met my Nona. Okay, Nona. Nona is grandma. No is grandpa. Okay. And the embarrassing things my papa did as a kid. When I saw my Nona's gun, I would think back to the stories he told me. Later, my Nona passed away. I was only a little older than you are now. An executor from the Notarial Hall came and took his guardian gun. Just like how I was supposed to take away your mama's gun. Giselle slowly crouches down and places Fiora's gun in Cecilia's hand. She lowers her head and looks at her mother's patron firearm. Giselle gently holds Cecilia's hand. Warm drops of water fall on the embossed floral pattern of the patron's firearm's grip, collecting into a little pool of the little girl's palms. Mr. Giselle, why am I crying? I water the plants in the backyard every week, just like my Nono had taught me. When they blossomed, I was very happy and called for him to come and see me. But it was only when I called for him that when I realized he wasn't there anymore. I would never see my Nono again, or his gun. Death is the last goodbye you'll ever say to someone. But to say goodbye is to overcome death. For there to be a goodbye, the living must move forward while the dead stay behind. The goodbye is the longing the living have for the dead. It is the proof that the dead lived. I'm not going to hold you. He looks cool as hell. And that is why we must say goodbye. Because it's proof that they ever lived in the first place. This one's a little deeper than I expected it to be, man. I wasn't expecting all of this. Yeah, we'll probably finish 4, and that will be it for tonight. Because Stella Sora, I think, is going live tonight, and I need to be live for that on the other channel. Ah, this is so freaking deep. It's actually, I'm like, wait, were we on 5? Chat, were we on 5? Oh crap, I forgot. Thank you. You look horrible. Did you pull an all-nighter? He's back. I saw it. It couldn't have been anyone else. That light. It was Anduin's arts. So that's why you vanished in a puff of smoke yesterday afternoon. He came to you directly, though? He wasn't there for me. When I was bringing the mixed blood girl back to the Basilica, I bumped into a Sarkaz. A Sarkaz now of all times in broad daylight on the streets of Laterano too? That's right. I went after the Sarkaz and told Izel to take the girl back to the Basilica. I chased the Sarkaz all the way to the edge of the Pegasus Faber, but Anduin covered her with his arts and she got away. As for Izel, I thought he had made it to the Basilica by evening, but he never made it, and this is his terminal. It was stuck between the bottom of a vehicle transporting envoys. Oh, he's gonna be so in trouble. Our trainee kid's a good enough actor to fool you. I doubt he was acting. Though it's true that I don't understand why he did it. Maybe Anduin kidnapped him too? Fia, I think you really ought to calm down a little. I'm calm. I'm calmer than I might have been in the last 8 years. But none of you ever told me what happened the day after I left. It was a simple mop-up mission. And it went so much better than we expected. All I did was answer a call for backup. I left the rest of you for 4 hours. And by the time I got back to the ruins, it was too late. I've already told you everything I could. What exactly did he get from the lock and key that gave him the nerve to do that to Lemuin? I forgot who that was for a second. I would tell you if I could, but I don't know myself. Fia, this is Laterano, the Lateran Basilica. We aren't running around ruins in the wilds of Kazdel anymore. You need to get some rest, Fia. How about I help you apply for some leave? If you don't use your annual leave, it just expires. Are you serious? The conference is in 2 days, and Anduin brought a Sarkaz here to Laterano to kidnap a mixed-blood Sancta girl. He might have even attacked an executor. I really let my guard down this time. The Sarkaz clearly knew her way around the Pegasus Faber. They must have infiltrated Laterano a long time ago. What was that maniac planning this time? I'm serious, calm down. The old man's already heard about the Astray, and so has Viliv. I was working in the Basilica yesterday too. Not that I need to think of meetings as work. In any case, Laterano is not in as much danger as you think. Anduin is just a Sancta. He's not a monster with 6 eyes and 4 arms. If you really want to take him on, go lie down for 2 hours. We'll talk up to Lemuin after that. Looks like you're not completely out of it just yet. Did you get enough rest last night? I'm very well rested. Thank you for taking us in, Senior. The ER's doors are always open. as long as you don't find it too depressing. After all, it's basically a funeral home, right? After all, both the living and the dead visit this place. Given the circumstances, we're fortunate enough to have a roof over our heads. Speaking of which, where's Cecilia? The girl you brought with you? The sisters told me that she slept very well last night. She must have been exhausted. She's had a long day. Please be careful of spoilers because Comey will smite you. This is a chapter she's wanted me to read for a very long time. So, Mr. Izell, Mr. Ferrer. How the fuck do you say this? Friere. Good morning. Good morning, Cecilia. You're full of energy today. Yeah, we have stuff to do. I asked Mr. Friere, Mr. Fries, to help me with something. He told me that there's a ceremony for the family of the dead to say their goodbyes. I want to say goodbye to Mama. We'll hold a funeral for Miss Fiora. I see, a funeral. Yeah, it's a funeral home. I was right. Friere. I see it now, but it's... I want to bang my head with all these words and names, and it's both a way to pay the dead our respects and for us to find closure. I'll help you, Cecilia. Allow me to thank you again, Senior. No, not at all. It's my honor, actually. There's nothing more beautiful than finding the courage to take that step forward. She is still young, and she is already saying farewell to a loved one. Not many grown men can handle this journey she's about to take. May I come in? Ah, it's you, at last. Please, come in. She's here. What the hell? It's the singing cotton candy lady. You. Put your gun down. This is a heartfelt reunion. It is no different from countless emotional meetings that have taken place across the land. I knew it. It's you. Cotton candy lady, I didn't get to talk to you yesterday. I actually really wanted to, but I don't know why everyone started to fight. Your horns look just like Papa's, so pretty. I wish I had horns like Papa too. I'm jealous. Really? But your halo is very pretty. It's so bright that sometimes I can't sleep at night. It helps me read storybooks though. Cotton candy lady, are you from the same place as Papa? Why can't Papa live in the city? Why aren't there other Sarkas in Laterano? Oh, my name's Cecilia. Hello, Cecilia. My name is Rosella. Friere. Why is there a Sarkis here? No Sarkis has ever been allowed to set foot in our holy Lateran city. But then, what is Cecilia? Let's go. Give them some space. What are you people trying to accomplish? We're only seeking our path forward. I feel sussed out about Friere now. It's no coincidence that she just walked in like that. Good morning, guide. Salutations, guide. May God bless you and keep you, guide. They call you their guide? I don't presume to be any sort of guide or leader. You may call me by my name. Wait, what the heck? Wait, hold... Wait! How is he... Is he just here chilling when Fia is looking for him? That's why I deleted something earlier. Oh, that's what he said? There he is. I wouldn't have gotten that anyway. That's crazy. You may call me by my name, Anduin. It was kind of ambiguous, but I didn't want you thinking. Yeah. I don't know what I would have thought if I saw that, but yeah, I get it. If being a leader helps my brothers and sisters... If being a leader helps my brothers and sisters feel at ease... and points them in a direction, and I'm willing to serve as their guide, that's all. I hope that's all it is. I know what you're thinking. The mastermind of a heretical cult, lurking in the shadows. Wait, he knows? Lurking in the shadows of Laterano to lead its citizens astray. A man plotting a shocking conspiracy during this important conference that the city spent so much time to prepare. No. We wish to only open the doors to those who are rejected, harmed, insulted, or desecrated. The ER will open its doors to all of them. But you and I are angels. They are not. The sacred cathedrals and churches of the Sancta have no place for them. Look at this old man. The earth is hammering away at the coffin. He lost his family, his friends, his land, and his home during the war. What does he have to rely on, to believe in? Where can he find comfort and salvation? After a long journey, he made his way here to Laterano, the land of peace and radiance he heard about from passing travelers. But what did this place offer him? How did this glorious Lateran city treat this foreigner who had long been a toy of fate's cruelty? See the Cabernet woman watering the herbs? She was branded a whore and blasphemer from offering a noble only barely escaping her home when it was set alight. Oh, for offending a noble. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I didn't see that. All she wanted was peace and quiet, or if fate would allow her a bit of luxury, a brief moment of leisure and joy every now and then. To think the saints in the basilica... Do you think the saints in the basilica will think of her, their sister? To these men and women, our glorious Lateran citizens might perhaps offer them a sympathetic smile, perhaps even passionately wear their woes, maybe even open up their walls to show kindness and virtue. Yet to the Sancta, all this will always be someone else's problem. As for the Sarkas, the cursed devils, the crafty devils, the devils have never had a choice. Our hatred of them has lasted thousands of years, for as long as the history books go back. The Sancta and the Sarkas have been slaughtering one another. The origin of this conflict is long gone. Our mutual hatred has become common sense. Father and son slay father and son. Sisters murder sisters. The Sarkas attack Sancta caravans for sport, and the Sancta shoot Sarkas. Oh, the Sarkas attack Sancta caravans for sport, and the Sancta shoot their Sarkas enemies through the chest with the greatest pride. We are only ever concerned with how we see them, yet we are never interested in how they see us. Vengeance for vengeance grew into custom, and those customs eventually became tradition. If you're willing to spend the night with them under the same roof, you'll find that their joys and sorrows are no different from ours. They rejoice when reunited. They weep when one passes. They tease their friends and grow bashful when they fall in love. Some of them love drink, others love song. Some of them even choose to dedicate their lives to their fate. How are they different from us? In Laterano, even the most devout Libre friars who carefully follow the church's teachings, who dutifully carry out their tasks in each ceremony, even those who are made saints and created cardinals, the church has never truly accepted them. The Libri are only there to lend a helping hand. That's why, what's her name? It starts with a P. That's why she acts the way that she acts now. She has seen this. Padia, yeah. She has seen this. And this has changed the way that she feels about the Sancta. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense right now. There are tools to be used in a church's day-to-day affairs. They don't have halos, which means they aren't the chosen. They aren't Sancta. Yeah, this sounds like this got to her. This probably made her incredibly pissed her off. Laterano is a place of peace and beauty, a place full of joy and laughter, but only we are deserving of this grace. What you're saying is apostasy. I've never heard this word before. Apostasy. The abandonment of one's religious faith or loyalty. I've never heard that word before. Young executor, let me ask you, why? Why are you the why are the Sancta the only ones allowed happiness? You know who Cecilia is. We've known for years. She's the child of a Sancta and a Sarkis. If grace actually existed, she would be it. So you're trying to kidnap Cecilia now because of the conference. We're not concerned with the conference at all. We came to take Cecilia now because as a child, she should be by her mother's side. As soon as we are done with what we came here for, we'll leave Laterano. What are you trying to accomplish? You seem very tense. First things first. We must hold a funeral for Cecilia's mother. Do you see the place up ahead with all the flowers? That's where the gravesite is. Tomorrow, that's where Fiora will be buried. If all are equal when they pass, then so should they be when they live. I mean, Magia, there's a lot of words in this fucking game that I just have never heard in my life. I feel like I'm reading an encyclopedia when I'm reading this. Come out. Executor Frederico. Your Excellency, if I may ask, did you provide the Sarkis with a path to infiltrate Laterano? If indeed you did, I would be required to take you into the relevant tribunal. Tribunal. That's the second ant I saw. What the heck? Tribunal. Yeah. If indeed you did, I'll be required to take you to the relevant tribunal of the Lateran Curia for questioning. Must you make things so difficult between us? I suggest you cooperate with the Notorial Hall. Should you resist arrest, regulations stipulate that I can and will temporarily suspend your rights as a Lateran citizen. How exactly do you explain this encounter of ours with canon laws and teachings? Should we interpret it as a test, or does it mean we've lost our way? Or perhaps losing our way is part of the test? This is the only thing I hate about this game, is that I never know if we're seeing one of the old NPCs, because they all use the same. I get it though. saves costs. It is clear that you're resisting arrest. Unfortunately, this encounter will not be resolved peacefully. All right, that one, it took me 30 minutes. So we're gonna stop here. Remember, chat, we are on 4 after. 4 after. Honestly, I do believe this game needs more CG. If they could put, and this is just my 2 cents, right? This is an old chapter, so maybe they are working on this. Who knows? But if they were somehow able to add actual scenes into the game or voiceovers, either or, this game would be more inviting to a lot more people. No one, it's because I like the story so much that I do this, but no one wants to read this much. The story is just really, really good. That's why I do it. To be frank, this is an earlier event. That's also true. They might be working on something that might work on this, but hey, I'm not going to stop just because it's a lot, but God, that would make it so much easier to consume. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though it filters tourists, what's the worst thing that can happen? We get an influx of new players that are here temporarily. So what? They leave the game later. What's sad is this will never get in the anime because it's a side story. Maybe. This is kind of important. This is important lore. That's why I'm back here reading it. We're preparing for the next chapter. Supposedly it's very it's coated with Laterano stuff. So here we are. They skipped over Arknights though. Yeah, that doesn't mean they won't do something to fill in Arknights, right? Maybe they just didn't do it for this part. But maybe they have a plan to incorporate it later. Remember, it isn't necessarily a Hypergriff that's making the anime. It's Yostar with the guidance of Hypergriff. So we'll see. If they create a movie for Arknights, I feel like that's warranted. That's even better than putting it in the anime because you don't get to shortchange anything. I understand why you think that way, Comey, because they probably don't understand the significance of the story being that way. But all we can do is hope, right? All we can do is hope. But yeah, the next stream for this won't be until Saturday. The reason being is because I don't want to do these hour and 30-minute streams. I want to I honestly, after looking at this, we can complete this in 2 days. If we would have just started on like a Friday. We could have completed this in like 2-3 days. So, we're going to wait until Saturday to continue this. And I'm just going to give it a lot of time so that we can at least put a dent in this. We're on 4 after right now. Probably maybe 2 streams. If we do it Saturday, we'll be done with it by Sunday evening. So, yeah. But yeah, I'll go ahead and schedule the stream for Saturday. That way everyone else could be here and we can just knock this out. I appreciate you guys for coming through and enjoying this with me. You've already fought the boss before, but you probably don't remember it since it's narratively important, not just some random schmuck. Okay, remind me once we get to the end. All right, love you guys. I'm about to prepare to stream Stellasaur because I think it's going live tonight. So I will see you guys on the other channel for this stream. Good morning to those who are just waking up. But if you want to see Stellasaur gameplay, meet me on the other channel. See you there. Love you guys. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Peace out. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.